very good evening to all of you. Great to see so many of you here tonight for the first live webinar of 2018. Okay, now if you have any connection issues, just try disconnecting and reconnecting again to the room. Alright? If not, let me know in the chat if you have absolutely no connection, right? So obviously if you have no audio at all, you wouldn't have been able to hear that announcement. So just let me know in the chat. Alright? So as always, before we get started, right, here is the usual disclaimer. So tonight's webinar, like all webinars, is purely for informational purposes only. Nothing of what I covered tonight is to be considered a trade call. If you do choose to follow what I do, you do so at your own risk. Okay, so that being said, here's a gentle reminder to always do your own due diligence when trading. Okay, now first of all, I want to start off by saying a huge thank you to all of you who have been continuously supporting the webinar series. It really means a lot to me that you support the webinars because after all, I do these webinars for you and I am glad to see that you have benefited from them, so I really do appreciate your support. Right, now for those who are joining us for the very first time, okay, whether or not you are from a recent batch or you are joining us for a preview, alright, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Yeah, and a welcome to the webinar series for 2018. So I look forward to seeing you at more webinars. Right, so important reminders for live trading. Okay, always do your own due diligence. Okay, monitor the overall risk to your account. So not just about scalp trades, but also about the other trades that you may have running on your account. So take that into account as well. Right. Don't trade if you're not feeling well or not feeling up to it. So if you just want to observe and see how I scalp NFP tonight, right, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to force yourself to take any live trades on your own end. Okay, and of course, please stick to your trading plan. So if you have a particular pair or particular way you like to go about, your routine, don't let whatever I do in tonight's webinar influence you. Okay, you stick to your own trading plan and do what works for you. Okay, do what works best for you and what you're comfortable with. Okay. So we have some possible outcomes tonight, right? Of course, we can trade and win, which is the best. We could trade and break even, okay? Or we could trade and lose. Okay, now there's actually one more possibility that's commonly overlooked, and that is no trade. Okay, so if there's no trade triggered, then so be it. Yeah, but NFP is very rare that we have no trade triggered. Yeah, usually NFPs, always there's a trade. The question is whether or not you win, break even, or lose. Okay. So the agenda for tonight, alright, 9:20, 9:25, usually some quick questions analysis and connecting, right? If you have any connectivity issues, but that's sorted out. Yeah, I opened the room 5 minutes before. Okay, so 9:25 to 9:40, we're going to trade the NFP. 9:40 to 10, I'll be giving you some swing analysis all the way to about 10:20. Yeah, swing analysis and trading outlook are combined into one. So from 9:40 onwards to about 10:20, give or take, will be overall long-term outlook as well as possible swing opportunities. Yeah. So that's the agenda for tonight. Okay. So let's get to live trading. Okay. So we're gonna do NFP. We're gonna be doing UJ for the night. Okay. So UJ, because now I'll go over this later on, right? But those for my scalping graduates, you'll know that UJ, the reason we go with UJ is because we assume that the yen is considered a sleeping currency for tonight, right? Asia Pac session is over. So if Asia Pac session is over, that means that only currency we're going to be worried about will be the dollar, right? And NFP is purely going to be a dollar play, yeah? So it's coming out 9:30 p.m. NFP. Okay. So here we are, UJ, alright? Okay, and that means our candle B has started to form. So candle A, zoom in, candle A already finished forming. So we've got candle B. Yep, let me just adjust my time zone, yeah? Okay, there we go, this is correct. Okay, so candle B has started to form. Right, so we take candle A, the reference point. Okay, let's draw that in. Draw in the line for you. Thicker. Okay. Okay, now for UJ NFP, you'd be better off going with a 15 pips distancing. Okay, so for scalping graduates, what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the distancing you're gonna put inside your fisherman script. So tonight, obviously going with fisherman strategy. So we got 3 minutes, 20 seconds, 25 seconds to go. Okay, you can see the countdown down here. Okay, so that's the high-low, 15 pips. So let's go further down. Okay, 15 pips. Okay, now if it looks graphically a bit too wide, okay, what you do is you can always go nearer. Okay, so for UJ, this one, okay, 10 pips looks sufficient. Okay, if I recall, the last time we did take the NFP on UJ, which was a good one, it was 10 pips, right? But we adjust accordingly, yeah, because on MT4 you can drag and drop. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to a slightly higher time frame if I want to see the top of this chart. Okay. Okay. Alright, so from there, I want to put at least 10 pips above. Okay. Okay. So there we have that inside there. Okay, we got 2 minutes left to go. Now, for those of you who have, okay, for graduates, you have seen this before, yeah? So for those who are here for a preview, this is the fisherman tool that you will be given. Okay, it's going to be given to you. Alright, it's a fisherman script that will be given to you, so it will help you to set in your orders. Yeah, it will be used to set in your orders, right? When you click it, right, you can set the value there, pips away. Okay, I just do pips away 20 first, huh? Okay, then if you're ready, you click, it will drop in the orders for you. See that? It will drop in the orders for you, no problem. Okay, now it's required because on this kind of news trades, where it's very sensitive to the time element, okay, you need to save time as much as possible. Right, so that script will be given to you. It's programmed internally by us. Lester programmed the script, right? So, okay, you all should have met Lester, right? Those of you who are attending preview, you know who Lester is. So he programmed the script for us, alright, and it's used to help catch news trades, okay, because it's not possible, humanly possible to catch when market moves that fast, yeah? So we got 40 seconds to go. Okay, now that you saw was a preview. I'm actually using the MT4 XC Trader on another laptop. Yeah, it's my trading laptop. Okay, because that one is connected via a LAN cable to the network, so the trade order will go in better. Okay, so no real movement. 10 seconds to go. Right now my finger will be ready to pull the trigger. And yep, pull the trigger. 10 seconds to go. Let's see which way it's gonna shoot, if it shoots. If 4, 3, 2, 1, anything. Okay. Oh, is it gonna trigger? Okay, depending on widening. Okay, yep, that has triggered. Yep. Okay, that's a trigger, so it's a long. Let me delete this. Okay. Alright, so the long on UJ has triggered, right? Okay, this was actually slightly lower. This is 10 pips away, so this was actually at 0.4. Account for some slippage. Okay. Alright, now what I've done for this NFE, my TP is 20 pips. Okay, so I'm looking for 24. Okay, I've decided to go in 20 pip, be conservative, because it's February. Not really looking to catch that much meat of this, yeah, and I'm planning to aggressively trail, so already moved my entry close. Okay, now what you do is you don't, for trade management, you don't quickly move your entry to break even. That's too quick. What you can do is your open risk on this trade, right? What you do is you halve it, or you don't have to halve it, you can decrease by 25%, then 50%, you know, keep decreasing it by 25%. So you're trailing it up, but you're giving the market some room to breathe, yeah? Okay. So now while that's going on, we can go and refresh Forex Factory just to see what market has done in terms of NFP. Okay, no, not that. Refresh. Okay. Okay, NFP was better. Okay, NFP is better than what was forecasted, hence the shoot. Okay, that's to be expected. Okay, 20 pips. So triggered at 04, right? 10 pips from the 9.4 high of the candle A. Right, so 24, just a little bit to go. Okay, at this point I'll move my risk to break even. Okay, 24, go to 25, will probably account for the spread and slippage, that's why. Okay, and we go and done. Okay, done, TP, 20 pips. Okay, now if you go back to my, okay, those of you who are my graduates, you go back to one of the previous NFP trades that we took last year in 2017. It's the same play, yeah, exactly the same. Okay, textbook. UJ, NFP, 20 pips in and out. Okay, just that this one took a little bit longer. If I'm not wrong, the other one last year was a few seconds. Okay, reason I'm getting out early is because, well, it's Friday and I choose to not want to trail this trade, yeah. I know those of you want to trail, you can actually trail. Okay, it looks good and it's in line with fundamentals as well in the broader picture, right? So good for the economy overall, right? So UJ should be going up at least in the short term, yeah. When we get to my long-term analysis for where I feel UJ is headed, then maybe not so rosy, yeah. But for now, you want to trail this trade across the weekend. Advise not to. See if you can get out of this trade if you're planning to trail by tonight, right? So tonight meaning can be all the way until the early hours of Singapore morning time, right? Because US market and Forex will be open until late. Yeah, and then after that, it'll close for the week. Then you have to wait until 5 AM next week, Eastern Standard Time, yeah, for FX markets to open again. So not recommended to try and trail. Okay, I've got in and out at 20 pips TP. Okay, and I'm done for NFP. Okay, so there we go. Excellent. This was a good trade. Okay, 20 pip TP. So based on slippage, it's actually more like 5, huh? Even though that's the correct pay. So 25 got out here. Okay, that's it. Alright, so you can see, let's just go through this, right? Let's see this. UJ, can you see that the candles prior to NFP don't really whip around a lot? Again, that's what we're looking for. Okay, yes, there are times that it does whip around, but you know, UJ predominantly doesn't give you that much volatility on NFP night for most nights. Okay, because like I said, yen is going to be out of session. The only currency in session is the dollar. There you go, one spike that way. Okay, for those who are new, why I don't trade UCAT is, okay, now technically UCAT tonight was possible. Okay, so I believe UCAT should have had a good move as well. Yeah, okay, but you see, can you see candle B? Okay, for those who are new, I call the 920 candle A. This is candle B, which is just before the event candle, and then candle C, which is the event candle. Can you see candle B whipped around a lot more, right? Whereas if you go back to UJ, not really a lot of whipping, right? Much better, right? It's a lot shorter. So based on that, that's why we always pick UJ, right? I never pick UCAT. Okay, even though UCAT has no news tonight. Okay, now even on a normal basis, why wouldn't I pick UCAT? Okay, I'll show you why. Huh? Let me go to the next NFP, which is in March. Okay, now most NFP nights, the Canadian side always releases employment data of sorts. Okay, and that is closely monitored. So they release it on the same night as NFP. And that is a problem because for a pair like UCAT, right, what's going to happen is you're going to get two conflicting forces. Okay, so let's see. Okay, there you go. 9:30 PM, the next NFP, 9th of March, right? CAT employment change and unemployment rate, as well as NFP. So if you trade the UCAT, what's going to happen to you, which I used as a case study in one of last year's NFP, right, is that you're going to get two conflicting forces, right? Not guaranteed, but there's always the possibility, and last year it did actually happen. Okay, we had bad news for CAT and we had bad news for NFP. Why is that a issue? Is because for UCAT, the dollar is the base currency, which is the currency in front, and the CAT is the code currency at the back. So when one currency goes up and the other currency goes down, you're going to get opposing forces, yeah? Because CAD is inversely related and dollar is directly related. So what happened that night was, dollar wants to go down because of poor NFP, and in this pair at least, the CAD is trying to push up because the news was bad, right? So CAD needed to weaken, and in this case, because it's the quote currency, or currency at the back of this pair, it will be opposite relationship. So bad news on the CAD will push this pair up. Okay, so one force pushing down and one force pushing up, they cancel each other out. So even though NFP has more effect on the currency, there was still a move down, right? But you can see very clearly between Euro Dollar, UJ, and UCAD, right? There was a lot more meat to be caught on Euro Dollar and UJ. Okay, that's why we generally just stay away from UCAD for NFP. So Euro Dollar should have had a good move as well. Yep. Okay. See, candle A, candle B, not a lot of whipping. After that, a nice move down all the way here. Okay, so Euro Dollar and UJ are the two good ones to scalp for NFP. Alright, so that's it for NFP. That is all from me, right? We had a good trade tonight. So that's a good start to 2018 webinars, right? The next live webinar is going to be again next Friday, 9th of February 2018, right? 9:20 p.m. yeah? 9:20, not 8 o'clock, not 8:20, because daylight savings still in effect, yeah? For US, yeah? Sorry, it's not yet in effect, yeah? It will come into effect somewhere around March. Then it will be 8 o'clock again. Right, so if not, that's all from me. We had a good trade, so that's good, right? You have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday, and if not, I'll see you at the next live webinar. Good night.